Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Dark1, and today I'm bringing you another volume of Rail Series Customs, and today we shall be looking at Hiro, as you've read the title. However, it's going to be a topical one because he isn't exactly modeled after a class that actually made the UK their home for long, as he's modeled after a USATC S200 class, which were 282 Mikados built by the Americans. Now, if you even have the slightest bit of knowledge on what engines came over to work in the UK during World War II, you'd know the S200s weren't exactly among that list. But I found a workaround. One which, while bending the rules of the RWS universe of every engine I model having at least one class or sibling that made the UK their home, it can work on the grounds that the S200, at least in theory, as there's as much information I can find on this class, might be the exact same height as the S160. And as you already know, S160s were able to work in the UK without disturbing the loading gauge too much. And while the S200 may be pushing it very, very much, I think it can work. Because while it is heavier, it isn't too heavy. And based on that, it could possibly work. So I've decided to bite the bullet, bend the rules a little, and build Hiro as S200. So here he is. Although I should get into being a bit more specific, as he's not just your bog standard S200. He is modeled after the TCDD 46201 class, which is basically Turkish Railways, classification of the S200s. My reasoning for that is because it throws away most of the Americanized tech on the S200s and replaces it with buffers, which obviously are a UK thing. Well, not entirely, as Germany also uses it. But it also uses some coupling system that is similar. So, essentially, it is the closest thing to a UK version of the S200. So, I'm taking it. And you can take a look. While there isn't much info on this class, a few of the photos I found have basically revealed enough I need to know. They had smoke deflectors, which was one of the things I was looking for in the Hiro model. They are 282. Another thing I was looking for Hiro. And they did also come in black, which wasn't exactly necessarily a thing I was looking for, but it's a bonus. However, you'll notice that the tender is a bit off. And that's because on one of the photos I found of an S200 tender, or a Turkish S200's tender, they actually extended them upwards, increasing capacity. And while some of them seemed to be steel-sided, a few of them had wood, which I think works here, because Hiro ain't exactly above getting dirty. And as you can see, there's actually a bit of weathering, because that ain't exactly all clean. And even his face got smudged. He's the first full, weathered locomotive I ever had. So, my first weather job. Not bad, I say. Anyway, sorry about that. Ignore the music in the background. But anyway, to round things all up, here he is in all his glory. Give you another one around. He also has this plow and red rods, as some of the S200s did get red rods upon arriving in Turkey. I would have given him the full red treatment, as the air brake reservoirs did have red coating, but it would not have looked good for me, so I just chose not to. Anyway, size comparisons, starting off with some cousins. Here is Hank, who I recently rebuilt. And here is Rosie and Marklin, or Marklin and Rosie. S200, S160, and S100s. Nice. Take these two away and bring in some of the heavy freights. Recently rebuilt 9F Murdoch here. Let me get him up. Help him get up. And then Sam, who's also seen an overhaul of sorts. This is the freight lineup. Now then, let's do them.